For those just joining us here at Mount Union, we are currently delayed for game number 2. Game number 1 ran really long as it ended at 3 p.m., which those of you tuning in know the start time of game number 2 was supposed to be at 3 p.m. They put 40 minutes on the clocks for warm-up. 11:50 left to go on the clock. I was told we will start a little bit early as we usually do, so maybe 5-10 minutes from now we will have some announcements and then the game will begin. I would anticipate 3:35 be on the stream if you want to watch the game from start to finish. To be safe, 3:30, so 3 minutes from now. So if you're telling someone when to tune in, I would say tell them then. Once again, we apologize. That's just how the nature of this goes. When you have scheduled times, one game ought to ruin the flow of the rest. But it was a really good game number 1. Congrats to Aurora on the win. Hoping to see them do another great number in game number 2. They have a very tough task in Juniata. It will be a great game. I know that for a fact, but stay tuned for that one. It's up next. It's the Battle of the Giants here at the MAC on the campus of the University of Mount Union as the nationally ranked Juniata Eagles take on the number 14 Aurora Spartans. This one should be a fun matchup. Juniata, we saw them warming up. They have been a very good team this year, and that is pretty evident by their 11-2 record. You look at their track record. In sweeps, they're 10-1 this year. 10 out of their 11 victories were in sweep fashion. And that is impressive. You go down the list, 1-0-4, but if they get to set 5, 0-1. They're a good team, but they can be taken down. Carthage and Messiah, the only teams to take them down so far this season. As for Aurora, we just saw them go blow for blow with Mount Union. That's really the only way to describe how that one went. It was a back-and-forth battle, very evenly matched. We'll toss it downstairs to Casey, and he will get us underway.
Strictly prohibited. Degrading remarks will not be tolerated. Be proud, be loud, be positive. Thank you. Now let's get the starting lineups. First for Juniata College. A senior outside number 3, Juan Armando. A graduate outside there, number 5, Tyler Goldsboro. A senior center, number 6, Grant Morelli. A sophomore player, number 8, Chris Lord. A sophomore outside there, number 14, Chase Robbins. A graduate blocker, number 20, Luke Hoffman. And their liberos, a senior, number 2, Peter Cardo. And a senior, number 11, Jeremiah Burden. Head coach of Juniata is Glenn DeHaven. Now let's see the start lines for Aurora. A junior outside there, number 7, Josh McLean. A sophomore middle blocker, number 16, Sebastian Sawecki. A senior outside there, number 17, Solomon Dale. A junior middle blocker, number 20, Mark Krizovich. A junior center, number 24, Logan Grower. A junior outside there, number 25, Mateo Sherazak. And their libero, a senior, number 4, Alex Knob. The head coach of Aurora is Dan Hayes.
Those are the starting lineups. Thank you to Casey. Juniata ranked 7th nationally, taking on number 14 in the country, Aurora, live on Mount Union Boxcast. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the MAC on the campus of the University of Mount Union. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon in what looks to be the clash of the Titans. This is the big one. Two nationally ranked teams. It is very rare to see that at a tri-match, but that is what we have today. Aurora, the supposed underdogs, they look to make some noise. As for Juniata, their task is simple. Stay par for the course and make some noise and potentially get inside the top 5. A win here and a win over Mount Union, and they might be in that conversation, but that is a decision for the committee. But I can say one thing with relative certainty right now. Aurora and Juniata, come April, they will be dancing on into the NCAA tournament. I can almost say that as a fact right now. They have been tremendous this year. Combined 3 losses. Their losses, North Central 3-1. That is the only loss of Aurora. Messiah 3-2. And Carthage 3-0. And Carthage, they're another really good team. I believe off the dome, I believe they are ranked 5th in the country, but I could be wrong. They're in and around the top 10. I'm pretty sure they're 5. I think they played BW and won. And BW, another top 25 team, they are, I believe, 16th right now. And the rankings, it's not NCAA, it's the big poll. I forget the name offhand, but either way, they're both ranked nationally. They're both great teams, and they both have a lot to prove. And this is a neutral stage for them to duke it out and see who is the better side. Aurora, they will begin with possession as they will send Brower back deep to serve. And we are underway for match number 2 here at Mount Union. Juniata on the offensive for the first time today, kept in the air by Aurora. Here comes McClellan. He had 19 kills in the last game, and he is on the board quickly in this one. Josh McClellan, he along with our player of the game from match number 1, Connor Carroll, both were instrumental figures for the success of Aurora in their game. Brower getting ready for serve number 2. Goes with plenty of zip, barely kept alive. Here comes Juniata on the offensive. That is Armando, and Armando a little bit too rich of an attempt. Aurora up 2-0 early. And as well, we will be giving updates throughout the match as to who is leading in each stat. But this one's a little bit different. We are back to sidearm sports for this one, as it is a neutral contest. So working between the two sites, it'll be interesting to see if that gives us more insight or less into how this match works. Armando unable to direct it over in the right direction. It's 3-0 Aurora. This is the prime start Aurora wants, and I mentioned it a lot in the last game. This is a facility that not many people are in, but it's a massive facility. The bench advantage of Aurora can really create some noise that can carry throughout this gymnasium. The way their bench carries themselves, they have the 7th man, and they have their whole home fan right here. And an excellent play by Juniata's Chase Robbins as he puts the Eagles on the board. Juniata, they needed a response, and they got it there. And Robbins, the sophomore outside, will go back deep to serve. Just over 50 kills on the air, 41 digs as well. Robbins delivers. Brower up to McClellan, gets it on the tip, but it goes into Eagle territory. Here comes Robbins. Robbins, a little bit too rich of an attempt. The point goes to Aurora. 4-1 Aurora on top early. We had a lot of close play in match number 1. This is not really at all what we saw in that game. The biggest lead we had at any time was 7, but for the majority of the match, it was 5. Robbins, he sneaks it over and gets the point. Too much for Berzovic to deal with. Robbins responsible single-handedly for both points of Juniata. Juan Armando, 73 kills, along with a host of digs. This campaign is back to serve as he will deliver a little bit shallow to Sherishar. And here comes the new man to the lineup. It is Dale, and he can't get it to go. But Sharash trying to set up Dale. That's the only change. Dale in for Carroll, so we will see if we see him at any point in this ball game. Usually in the second match of a doubleheader, you see a lot of different guys come in. And Dale, there's his first point of the tri-match as he gets it on the tip. Make it 5-3. Definitely a lot of great athletics going on today. Mount Union fans, 24-3 lacrosse victory over Bethany. That is a fun one to look at. Around Ohio, a lot of high schools in the playoffs right now. Best of luck to everyone competing around the grounds in the United States and really around the world today. A powerful spike, but out of play. Make it 6-3 Aurora. Heading into this match, I expected Juniata to be on point and really controlling this match, but Aurora, they are really impressing me right now. The way that they are handling business here, I think the fans are definitely helping with it, but they are playing like this is their home. But Juniata, right as we say that, get a big play. That is Lorelli getting the put down. 6-4 Juniata trailing. But this is an opportunity for them to show why they are ranked number 7 in the country. Here comes the serve from Hoffman. Brower sets it up, and there it is. For the first time, it is Suzuki in this match, as that makes it 7-4. Suzuki, he played a key role in the victory over Mount Union. If Aurora wants to have success, they can use him as another catalyst along with the likes of a Brower, a Dale so far, or McClellan, who across both has been the consistent factor. That dig from Kerwin, that's the first time we've called his name at all today. Suzuki couldn't get that one back in the air. Juniata swarming at the net. It is too much to overcome. The Eagles will take the point. As well, stay tuned after this game concludes as we will have the final match of our tripleheader as Juniata takes on Mount Union. That serve a little bit too shy from Nathan Kerwin. The point goes right back to Aurora. As well, Aurora wearing their blue and black jerseys with their libero in the gray with blue lettering. Juniata, they're wearing their white pinstripes with their libero in gray with white lettering. 8-5 the score to make it 8-6. Kept alive. A great dig there by Nanoff. And now Juniata, they will roll on offense. A little bit too much of an attempt, but no. On the tip, they get the point. A lucky tip. The Eagles needed that one, and they will work with it. Excuse me, 8-6 your score. And it looks like we have some dissent, if you will. The appeal going to fall on deaf ears. Aurora's bench, they are back in full effect. And we'll see how this affects Juniata. It's put up right to the net, but put down. That's Brower getting a piece. Armando delivers for the Eagles. And here comes Aurora's offense. McClellan flies in, tipping it over. The Eagles, they have their chance. It's off of McClellan, courtesy of Robbins. The point goes to Juniata. Make it 8-7. The Eagles there are doing a nice job of cutting into Aurora's lead. Back deep for Juniata, it is Tyler Goldsboro, the grad. The grad student delivers. Brower setting it up. The tip is there by Suzuki, but not enough directed into the frame of reference. Out of play through 16 serves. We are tied. And there it is, the comeback completed by Juniata, but the work far from over. Goldsboro delivers a missile. Kept alive. Brower lining it up. It's McClellan. Blocked at the net. We go again. McClellan tries a second time, and he is not denied. Josh McClellan, a heater. And that gets the bench to rejoice. Still yet to see them go and cheer to the empty, closed bleachers behind. If they do, that might be their way into more points. Suzuki delivers. A great dig in the back line. Armando, there he is. He gets the kill. Juan Armando, he has had a number of opportunities, and there is the redemption he has been looking for. 9 all through 18 serves. Whoever gets this one will be the first into double figures, as this match now is starting to mirror the first. The delivery right into the net. That serve coming from Sperry. Not enough on it. The point goes to Aurora, and they will take back possession. Dale subs back in for the Spartans. Once again, he is the replacement for Carroll, who we still haven't seen at all in this match. Trying to get eyes on him on the sideline. Still have not seen him. We will keep you updated on that one as we learn. Set up forward, it's for McClellan. McClellan tries going to the back line, kept alive by Goldsboro. Hanging up for a moment, it's distributed forward by the libero, that is Burden. Kept alive now by Goldsboro and returned by Juniata. But we do have a whistle as it's a double hit on the Eagles. Juniata not happy, but that was incredible hustle by the Eagles. Everybody playing their part. And something unique about these Eagles, they play a 2 libero system. They have 2 different guys who can go in. Carioto wearing number 2, and then Jeremiah Burden, number 11. He is the libero on the floor right now, but he will sub out in favor of Carioto. After that missed serve, it's 11-10. Juniata trailing by 1. Chase Robbins, the outside, getting ready to send this one away. As he lollipops it over, Brower lining it up, it's for Dale. Dale sneaks it through, kept alive. A great bit of reflex at the net, but it's not enough. There's Berzovic in the middle getting the block. Berzovic, he has had a tremendous afternoon so far. Maybe not the most efficiency on the stat sheet per se, but in overall impact on this match, he has been tremendous. It's not all about the stat sheet, and both of these teams know that. They're ranked nationally a lot of selfless guys, and a lot of guys who can make plays exactly like that. An excellent job by Juniata sneaking it through. They are back within 1. It'll be Juan Armando, the senior, as he delivers. A shallow serve, almost going haywire. Dale gets it over to McClellan. No return. We're tied at 12. But Juan Armando, the man serving, a unique story. He hails from the Dominican Republic. He is the only, I believe, foreign player on this Juniata team, and he has been impressive so far. That serve a little bit too shallow, but he's had a couple of nice plays, a couple of powerful kills, and I expect to see more of him throughout this ball game. Both sides giving it their all on this one. 13-12, your score in set number 1. Berzovic delivers a little bit too much. We're tied at 13. I feel like right now we're looking at the exact same script of game number 1. It looks like we took Mount Union and Aurora from match 1, changed the teams, changed the names, and here we are. But that's okay. That means we're in store for a classic. That serve a little bit too shy. 3 mishit serves in a row combined, and now the ball is back in Aurora's court. Right now, just get it over. Get it in play. Let's see some sequence. It's not the end of the world if Juniata takes a point here. Let's get some action. Let's get it down. And there it is. That's what we want to see. An aggressive hit like that, and the point goes to Juniata. But I like that from Aurora. You get back to the basics. You don't want to make it a habit of mishitting. Obviously, it's going to happen. Nobody is perfect, but you need to make sure it doesn't become a bad habit, because that can really hurt a team late in a close game. Brower lining it up, tips over, but return. That is Robbins at the net to deny. That is Suzuki also denied. McClellan goes for a 3rd time, and on the tip, he gets the points. McClellan, a perfect snipe of a fingertip, make it 15-14 Aurora. And credit to Aurora. They have battled, and they played a match just an hour ago. So for them to be this energized with basically the same exact guys -1 in the rotation, that's impressive. And Juniata, they are up in arms. They call a violation, trying to see exactly what they called. Someone may have stepped over. Either way, the point goes to Aurora. A tough one there for Juniata, but they will still have plenty of opportunities to make amends. An excellent serve. It skims the net. Not enough for the ace. And Juniata, with just enough time, takes the kill. That is Chase Robbins. That is the 4th kill of the game for Robbins. He is the leader for both teams combined. An excellent, excellent play by Juniata. They were given a second life, and they made the most of it. Nanoff plays it forward. Cherishar gets it. The set up by Carriozzo sneaks through, and we are tied at 16. What a performance by both teams. Juniata, they have been playing catch up this whole time, but they're doing more than enough to hang in. And once again, Aurora's bench giving their onomatopoeic celebrations, if you will, before the serve. There's Armando, and he is denied at the net. Suzuki says, not so fast. So many key contributors on this Aurora team. That is why they work well as a unit. As I mentioned a couple times, we have so many guys to look at for Aurora. We don't really talk about Cherish. He does his job, but he's more of a silent guy in this mix. But you always have to keep a man or two on him, and that makes him a very valuable asset who has made a couple of great plays so far. It's 17-all on the low serve. Back deep to serve. It is Sperry once again for Juniata, and he will deliver. Sharash goes forward. Brower gets it to Bruzovic. Back into Aurora territory. Nanoff picks out McClellan. McClellan gets it to Sky into the Juniata bench. The point goes to the Spartans on the tip. That makes it 18-17. Aurora, the team listed as the home side on the scoreboard, definitely making this their home away from home. Here comes the serve from Brower. The set and supply gets for Armando. Armando is somehow returned! Aurora, the accidental genius play! How in the heck did that happen? Armando, he was there. He had the kill in sight, and it reverbs all the way back into Juniata territory, and that forces a timeout. Unbelievable. Lady Luck bleeds blue in this one. 19-17, Aurora on top of Juniata. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast. Wow, what a play. St. Patrick's Day might be in a month from now, but Aurora celebrating the luck of the Irish a little bit early. An excellent reverb play to make it 19-17 before the break. Juniata for a response. This time Armando gets the kill. But going back to that last play, Armando did everything right. It was a perfect play, but it somehow reverbs, goes back deep into Juniata territory and falls. But either way, still a close one. 19-18 the scoreline. Here comes a serve from the Eagles. The set and spike is for McClellan, and it skims off the libero. Carioto take Aurora into the 20s. I'll tell you what, given the way that match number 1 ended with Aurora on the ropes, for them to bounce back like this against a team, at least in the rankings, that is a better team, that's impressive. That's what you want to see. But Juniata, they can roll with the punches and make things happen. Another great play and another great run. I believe that was another grad student in Luke Hoffman. 20-19 the score. Armando getting ready, and he will go shallow. Almost a miscue, kept alive. McClellan delivers. A great recovery by Aurora. Juniata, they still want points. They want to tie it up here. The set and spike, it's Hoffman getting it over. Not enough. Dale picks out Sharash. Not enough. A little bit too much power. It goes into the bench, and we are tied at 20. Resilience by both parties on that attempt, but it is the Eagles flying away with the points. Armando goes shallow again. McClellan steps in front and takes it. It's for Dale, and Dale sneaks it through. Aurora back on top by 1. The Spartans continue to spar at the net. Those plays of just slipping it through the wall assembled at the net. That has really afforded Aurora a few mistakes, and they've really cleaned up those mistakes. Early on in this set, a few miscues, but now they are looking almost better than they did at their best in the last set. And that serve, it goes a little bit wide. It has late curvature towards the bench of Juniata. We are tied at 21. Another big serve upcoming. It will be Luke Hoffman entering play tonight. 87 kills, 10 aces, and 46 blocks. Hoffman getting ready amid the cheers and jeers of Aurora's bench. Brower for Dale. He sneaks it through again. Juniata, they can't recover once again. Dale sneaking it through, puts the Spartans on top. Talk about a spark plug player, Solomon Dale. He didn't play at all in match number 1. They saved him for this, and he is impressive. Very similar to what we saw from the likes of Riley Meister and Molly McKee in the Mount Union Women's Invitational back in August. They played a lot in match number 2 and really did impress. And there's Juniata getting right back on the board. And usually those players who play specifically in the second match of a doubleheader or an overall tri-match, those are the players that once you have a couple guys graduate, they will be the supposed starters, as in the example of McKee and Meister for next year, most likely will start. A beautiful set and spike by Suzuki, not enough to get it down, still alive, 22 all your score in set number 1. A great lineup, a little bit too much on it. Armando, however, keeps it alive. We go again. Robbins, he is denied! Sharash says no, sir, and is able to reject. What a play by Sharash as he is able to return to sender. 23-22 the score. Aurora on top. The job still not done, but we have yet another close set. Every set so far at this invitational / tri-match has been decided by 3 or less points. We are playing a tight rope set of matches here tonight. Sharash delivers. Juniata needs a point. It sneaks over. Suzuki keeps it alive and is able to get it back over. Here's the attempt this time from Lorelli. And they go again. There's the kill. Sebastian Suzuki, right place, right time. Set point for Aurora. The Aurora fans who made the trip, they are happy. A number of them getting to their feet, their bench. They are doing the limbo. They are loving it. For the set, Armando, it's still in Aurora territory, but kept alive. McClellan goes for it. Armando digs. Suzuki puts it down! Sebastian Suzuki calls set, and it is the Spartans taking one off the number 7 team in the country. Wow, what a job by Sebastian Suzuki. 2 big plays in pretty quick order, and it is a set 1 victory for Aurora. Ranked 14 in the country, going up against number 7. The lower seed takes home the opener. Juniata, they might be on the ropes, but pressure, you might as well call it their middle name. They are well accustomed to it by now. Through 1. 25-22, Aurora on top as they lead it overall 1-0 against Juniata. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast. A lot of volleyball left in match number 2 and our triple header overall here on the campus of Mount Union. Through 1, it is Aurora up 1-0 over Juniata as they take home the opener 25-22. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live from the MAC. On the near side of your screen, Juniata will reside, and on the far side, it will be Aurora. For those of you just joining this, upon further inspection, it is not pinstripes for Juniata. It is some sort of pattern, line up, line down. It looks like a pinstripe from far, but we can confirm it is not a pinstripe. They are in the white, and then Aurora is in the blue and black. The first serve of the new set goes a little too shallow. The point goes to Aurora. And Aurora, for those of you as well just joining us, they were really impressive in that opening frame. A lot of good, and a lot of it came from Sebastian Suzuki. Suzuki did exactly everything that he needed to, and he called the set. McClellan gets it over. The dig from Robbins keeps it alive, and it's returned by Lorelli. Aurora goes again. It is Dale sneaking it over, and on the tip, he takes the point. 2-0 Aurora to begin, just as they did to open up the ball game. This will be a massive upset victory for Aurora if they could pull it off. And keep in mind, Juniata, they still have to play Mount Union after this. And if you are the Purple Raiders, you have to be looking at this game of, okay, what do we have to do to match up with these guys? Because this Juniata team, like that, are still a real threat regardless of the outcome of this matchup. That will make it 2-1, and they will now send Grant Lorelli back deep to serve. 167 assists along with 21 blocks this season for the senior setter. And a perfect serve. It skims off the net. Juniata gets it back on offense immediately, and they get the kill. Perfect placement. That was Chris Meller. Right place, right time. 6 finds 8. It is 2-all. Now, can the Eagles keep the good times rolling? They go for the same exact net skim. This time it stays in Eagle territory. Point Aurora. You have to be careful with that play. If executed perfectly, as I mentioned in the last game, unless you have a top 10 pancake getter, if you will, you're not going to keep it alive. That serve a little bit too much out of play. We are tied at 3. And with sets this close, the early stages you could say, okay, if we lose this set, this is why. Yes, that's part of it, but right now this is where you get your footing. That way you play your best when it's 20-all, 21-20, or even like 22 or 23-20. You need to play your best then, but also have a good foundation now. Another wayward serve this time from Juniata. The ball, along with the point, will go back to Aurora. It will be Amar Berzovic back deep to serve for Aurora. The set and spike it is kept in the air. That is Meller on the attempt. McClellan up to Dale. Sneaks it past the antenna, but not past Meller. Meller, right place, right time. Once again, he puts it down. We are tied at 4. And Aurora, they are back. I think for the first time in this match, they are trying to hype up the boxed-in bleachers. Usually this does lead to points for Aurora. Can they do it again? No, they cannot! Juniata breaks the cycle courtesy of Chase Robbins. Chase Robbins, another powerful kill. He has been on point, and he is right up there with Josh McClellan for the most kills in this ballgame. The serve here from Prahamas. Kept alive for a brief second by Lorelli, but not enough for a return. We are tied up at 5. And the back and forth will continue. It looks like we are going to have a slower game, but a good contest. For those of you wondering about the start time of our final match, I don't think we're starting at 5 right now. It would take a lot for us to start at 5, but right now, I think maybe 5:30 or 6 we will be underway. Sarish delivering it back over for Aurora. Here comes Juniata, and on the tip, it's Chase Robbins. We've called Chase Robbins' name a number of times so far this afternoon, and I'm pretty sure every single time he has made an excellent play. So 6-5, Juniata on top. Can they keep it rolling? And Aurora, their bench, trying to distract Robbins, but Robbins, he is locked in. And the crossbody hit, not enough from Shash to keep it in play. It will be a point for Juniata. Credit to the Eagles. They have been able to put that first frame behind them, and they are getting back to their best. No matter how good of a team you are bound to have an offset, an off couple of plays, you name it. It happens. You just need to be able to rebound. And right now, Juniata, they are doing just that. But speaking of rebounding, Aurora does the same thing as Sharash, able to get it back over, makes it a 1-point game. And Sharash will go back deep. Mateo Sharash, an outside hitter, 6'4" junior from Tennessee. And he will send it over. The libero digs, that's Burden, and it's lined up for Robbins, and Robbins is able to get it in. Make it 8-6 Juniata. Robbins once again makes a play. He now has 6 kills. And now this could be a turning point early on in this frame. Can Juniata get some momentum? That serve a little bit too shy. But I would like to see a team compound 3 or 4 points in a row, go on a little bit of a run, and I want to see them keep up the pressure. If they can do that, then they might be in very good shape to make something happen. Either way, still plenty of opportunities to make an impact like that. A beautiful kill by Hoffman. Keeping the cushion. That has to be a priority right now of Juniata, and they are doing just that. It might be a 1-point ball game a number of times, but they keep enough of a cushion, make it a 2-point ball game for the majority of the time. They're in good shape as Hoffman delivers. This could make it a 3-point. Instead, Nanoff says not so fast and is able to get it back into frame. Here comes Juniata on offense, and on the tip, they take it. An excellent precision hit of power by the Eagles, courtesy of Grant Lorelli. Or excuse me, that is Tyler Goldsboro. And now Aurora resulting to Lady Gaga, who will now go on the offensive. McClellan unable to get it to go. There's the block by Juniata. Make it 10-8, the Eagles on top. They've done a lot of things today, a lot of funny things on their bench. I was not expecting them to break into a musical number mid-serve. That I respect. Sent over by the Eagles. It's McClellan, kept alive by Armando. Robbins, forward, an opportunity to break the brick wall of 3. It's reverbed back into Juniata territory. Kept alive by Berzovic, and now returned by McClellan. Here come the Eagles once more. That hit is out of play. Too much zip, and the point goes to Aurora. That will make it 11-8. But so far, a balanced game, a lot of things unexpected as well throughout this tri-match. But I think the biggest joyous surprise has been Aurora's bench. They have been a fun group to watch. And a great battle right by the net within the purple lamb. We still battle there. Dale getting to the far side is McClellan. He is unable to keep it in play. The point goes to Juniata. But a great back and forth right there. Not much room to move. Both sides just keep it right inside the Purple Raider logo. And that's all they need to have a great sequence. McClellan, a little bit too much. Down by 4, the Spartans need a spark. And Dale, it's blocked! Chase Robbins, right place, right time, sends it to the hardwood. Chase Robbins, what a player. He has been able to get a number of kills this evening. Well, that is a big block to add to his resume. Aurora, even more in need of a spark. They deliver it back over. Juniata on the offensive. Robbins kept alive by Nanoff. Dale, now his opportunity, sneaks it through. Armando digs. Here come the Eagles once more, and it's blocked, but kept alive. What a play by the Eagles. We play on. Dale sneaks it over and gets the tip. The point bleeds blue. A great play by Aurora once again. These last couple of plays, they're hard-fought points, but to their credit, they are deserved points and they are fun points to watch. McClellan delivers. And delivers a missile at that. Returned by Meller. Lined up. McClellan gets the kill. Hello, Aurora. They are back. Back within 3. The Spartans are back to their best. Can they keep it rolling? This is the run they need. It'll be McClellan to serve for Aurora. McClellan delivers the strike, and it's off the roof and pushed over. A great recovery by the Eagles. Lined up, Sharash, reverbed, it's at the net, and put down! It's Berzovic getting it down, but no, they give the point to Juniata. I believe they say Berzovic hit the net. The bench can't believe it, but Juniata, they needed that point, and they are definitely grateful for it. This can make it a 5-point ball game once again. Brower sets it up, returned immediately. Still an offensive opportunity for Aurora, and this time Berzovic leaves, no doubt. And I mentioned it last game. Aurora's a team that if they make a mistake, they go to the next play, and they immediately make up for it. Berzovic embodied it there. So now 14-11, and on to serve. It is number 21. That is Wojciechowski. And there's another great play by Aurora. They are making their comeback, and they are making it quick. Back within 2. And Wojciechowski will continue to serve. A point here makes it a 1-point ball game, and we might see an early timeout by Juniata, depending on how comfortable they feel with their team right now. Brower back. McClellan. Sharash gets the kill! Mateo Sharash makes it a 1-point ball game in set number 2. Juniata's head coach making some adjustments. That is Glenn DeHaven, class of 07 from Juniata. Wojciechowski delivers. This one would make it, and there it is. Now it's tied 14-all. What a turnaround by Aurora. They storm back, and now one play separates them from the lead. Wojciechowski delivering. Armando forward, the set and spike. There it is. It slips through Wojciechowski's fingers, and Juniata restores their lead. I like that they didn't use the timeout quite yet. I said it more of they could, and I wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't blame them, but I would hold on to it. In a match like this, you have to save your timeouts for once both teams are in the 20s. You have to hang on, unless it's a blowout. Unless you're down by 5-10, then maybe you take it a little bit earlier. But right now, 15-all, you're up by a little bit and you give it up. Now is not the time, unless you go down by 2 or 3. 18-15, I see that, but you let your guys sort it out, especially at this high of a level. 2 top 15 teams in the country. They know what they're doing. You trust in them, and if you need to make the adjustment at call time, you do. But right now, the lead still resides with Juniata, and outside of the match being tied up, or excuse me, the set being tied up, they haven't trailed. And now another sound from the peanut gallery as it is delivered by Juniata. Sharash gets it over. What a nice dig to keep it alive. That is Robbins. And the delivery a little bit too much. We are tied at 16. Almost as if Aurora is doing their best Wayne's World impression. And because of it, they can party on, Wayne. Sharash getting ready. It's 16-0 in set number 2. 1-0 Aurora on top. It's Armando sneaking it through, and he puts the Eagles on top. Armando, he has had a couple of great plays, but also some great plays put against him. Overall, a solid performance, and that one a big kill to add to the resume. Armando delivering. Aurora, what's their response? There it is! Suzuki immediately ties it up at 17 as he continues to be that player who he might fade into the background for a little while, but once he is ready to reappear, look out, he can be dangerous. And here comes Suzuki on the serve. They get out of the way, and the point goes to Juniata. Suzuki almost had a tremendous ace. Juniata, they played the risky card of getting out of the way. That ended up being the right decision. It's not an easy call, especially that close. They made the right decision, and they lead because of it. Here comes the set and the spike. McClellan, it reverbs, and there is Juniata getting revenge for the Armando reverb. An excellent block at the net by the Eagles. 19-17. Aurora, they need a response once again. Juniata still hanging on. Returned by Hoffman. Here come the Spartans. It's McClellan, reverbed but out of play. Aurora is back within one. And the Eagles, they are still trying to find their way to break down this Aurora team. They want to tie it up at 1. This is the time to do it. You can't go down 2-0 in a match like this. A comeback definitely would be possible, but you don't want to bank on it right now. Make it 1-1 and work from there. Armando setting it up. Lined up for Robbins. Robbins gets it through. Is it out of play? Yes, it is. We are tied at 19. Juniata wanted the tip, but they are denied. 19 all, and a chance for Aurora to retake the lead. The resilience of these Spartans has been admirable all afternoon, and it could reach a new level here. Brower delivering. Armando to the front line, the set and spike. It is blocked. McClellan blocks it, and Aurora is on top. What a comeback by the Spartans. They have trailed for the majority of set number 2, but when push comes to shove in the last few serves of the frame, they retake the lead. Brower getting ready, and he will deliver. A chance for more. 2019 to score, and it is out of play. Aurora up by 2. What a comeback, and there is the timeout. That is why you save it. But Aurora doing wonders. They were down for the majority of this frame. Juniata, they controlled it. But Aurora, a scrappy bunch. These Spartans, these happy-go-lucky Spartans, are a force to be reckoned with. One of the best teams in the country. And that 14th overall ranking, it looks a little bit too low right now. Top 10 question mark with a win today? I would say so. 21-19, Aurora on top in set number 2. Juniata, a very good bunch, but Aurora, as the song just gone suggested, they are too hot to go away. As Aurora up by 2, now 1, control their own destiny in this one. Juniata, they will take back possession, but this is still Aurora set to lose. They did the dirty work. They made the comeback. But right now, only up by 1. Nothing is a given. You have the guarantees in life of death, taxes, and usually something else. That statement, that is not at all applicable for this. There are no guarantees in a match like this by any means. The set and spike, it's gotten over by Brzovic. Not enough, and it reverbs. I think it hit the backboard. Aurora gets a chance, but there's a big block by Juniata. Chase Robbins ties it at 21. Unbelievable by the Eagles. Juniata, a scrappy bunch themselves, a 2-point swing. Here they come. Whoever takes this point takes back the driver's seat. It's McClellan. It hits off the backboard and down. The point goes to Aurora. That backboard is playing tricks on Juniata and Aurora as well. Just so happens this time, Aurora is the benefactor. 22-21. Nothing guaranteed yet. McClellan getting ready, and he delivers. But he misses wide right. The point goes to Juniata. But what a set. Set number 1, 25-22. This one, 22 all. And once again, for the overall 6th set today, it will be decided by 3 or less points. I don't even know how this is possible. So many close sets. Mount Union, credit to them. They picked the 2 most evenly matched teams along with themselves potentially in all of Division III and brought them here for what has become an instant classic event. If this is how this matchup looks for the next couple of years, make this a thing every year. Bring it here. I will be here every year that is possible because this is some of the best volleyball that I've seen in the past couple of years. This is mano-a-mano. You have 2 nationally ranked teams, and then Mount Union, while they're not nationally ranked, they play such a tough schedule that they realistically they could be, and at some point in the year, they realistically could have been after that Cal Lutheran win. This is the pinnacle. This is a great way to potentially prime yourselves for the playoffs. So I wouldn't even be opposed if this is moved to after the MCVL playoffs of you have that extra week if it's like the OAC tournament, that extra week of nothingness. Bring this in. This would be a great tune-up for the playoffs or a great send-off for your players. That's just a thought here. That could realistically be something to happen. But right now the focus is here. Juniata, they take this. It's 1-all. If Aurora takes it, they are 1 set win away from a great upset over the number 7 team in the country. A massive play upcoming. Brower. Sarash gets it, but it's rejected! Blocked by Juniata. It's Chris Mellor, and the Eagles take the lead. It's a block party for Juniata. What a job by the Eagles making their comeback. They controlled this frame until they didn't, and now it's tied at 23. Control is up in the balance, and unless one of these 2 teams takes the next 2 points, we will have extra volleyball for the first time in this match. Back deep for Aurora, it is Wojtrowski. Reese Wojtrowski delivers a massive serve. The set and spot kept alive by Wojtrowski. It is lined up. It's Sharash. It's put down again. It's Chase Robbins. And Juniata is at set points. Chase Robbins, what a performance. The kid keeps getting better as the match progresses. He is the best player on the floor right now. Chase Robbins, almost unstoppable. Brower for Dale. It's rejected, still alive in Aurora territory, but it's put down! Luke Hoffman calls set, and Juniata survives, winning set 2, 25-23. What a set, a block party for Juniata, and it is enough to hold on. 1-all your score through 2. Forget the 5 o'clock start time to match number 3. That has been put in a bin and wheeled off. We will have match 3 when match 3 gets here, but match number 2, a classic brewing, and a match 3 can live up to the hype that has been created by the last 2 matches. Man, oh man. Look out, Mount Union men's volleyball. They still wait in the wings for match number 3, but through 2 at the MAC. Honors even 1-all. This is the 2025 Mount Union men's volleyball tri-match on Mount Union Boxcast. The battle continues into set number 3 here as Juniata takes on Aurora in match 2 of the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match live on Mount Union Boxcast. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as the afternoon fades into evening in Alliance, Ohio. A special word of welcome to everyone watching around the country, whether you are supporting Aurora, Juniata, or you are a Mount Union fan wondering when your game will start. As of right now, we are in set number 3. Earliest we could end is in 4 sets. The last match, it took 2 hours, so we started at 3:40, 5:40, maybe 6:30. A late start time, yes, but that would be my anticipated start time right now. But a great kill to get us underway in set number 3. That is Luke Hoffman. But a lot of delays in this one. Usually, at least a couple of matches are on track in this. But when your first match goes over 2 hours, it's tough to stay in line. A chance to tie for Aurora, but Juniata, they are getting back to their best. It is Robin sneaking it over, and now here come the Spartans. McClellan on the tip. Played forward, a chance, tipped over. Dale keeps it alive. Broler gets it over to McClellan, and it's over the line. The point goes to Juniata. And the way that the Eagles are playing right now, I would not be surprised if they cruise through the next couple of sets. They haven't been that good, but Aurora, they still have a good chance in this one. And is it an ace? No, behind the back line. The point goes to the Spartans. A common trend in the matches so far today, a 2-0 lead is basically a guarantee of a 2-2 scoreline at some point. That is what we have seen a lot. Delivered over by Suzuki. Brower sets it up, and it's tipped over. The point goes to Juniata. Brzezic tried to sneak it over, just didn't have enough left in the tank. But the Eagles, they want to close this one out quickly as they have to take on Mount Union after this. You do not want to be fatigued for a game against a team like that who has had time to rest. Aurora lets that one go behind the back line, make it 3-2. And we will see a pair of changes, a libero switch, along with a simple change for Juniata. Once again, for those just joining us, Carriotso, number 2, just subbed out. He is one of 2 liberos for Juniata, as he is part of a system that is very rarely seen in college volleyball, but one that has worked very nicely for Juniata today, as the other libero, their starting libero, Jeremiah Burden, checks out. 4-2, Juniata on top. And I'm sure an emphasis in their huddle led by head coach Glenn DeHaven was, okay, we led for a majority of the last frame. We need to keep it going throughout the entire one. And that will help as there is an ace by Juniata as their bench will go and, well, run off. They come back in, but the bench antics today have been fun. By antics, not at all in a negative way. This is a bunch of college guys having fun while also being fierce competitors. This is what you want to see, and there's a great block by Juniata, make it 6-2. If Aurora wants to get back into the set quickly, it has to start, I hate to say it, with their bench. Their bench, we need to see a little bit more life there. If they can get back to their old ways, that would help, and that will help them get sparked as that serve is a little bit too shallow. But if we can get a little chant from Aurora, get their guys a little bit more hyped up, that will help them carry a little bit more momentum. The bench means a lot in a game like this, especially at a neutral venue. The set and spike combo, it is rejected. That is Dale getting a good piece. The libero non-off dives to keep it alive. And now it's Carroll. That's his first touch, and he gets a kill. Welcome back to the ballgame, Connor Carroll. Did not see him in the opening 2 sets as he did play a majority, if not every single serve of the first match. He got his rest. He is back, and he is ready to go. That serve a little bit too shallow from McClellan. The point will go to Juniata. And they will make another double substitution. Both sides have done a nice job rotating their players in and out today. Here comes a serve from the Eagles. Brower sets it up, and Berzovic, he is denied. A big block by the Eagles. Make it 8-4, Juniata. And this is what they needed, a couple of blocks to supplement their offense. You have the blocks. Now, your offense, you have the points. Can the defense hold up their end of the bargain? Right now, it's yes. That serve a little bit too rich. The point will go to Aurora. Just a reminder, after this, we will have our third and final match of the day as Mount Union takes on Juniata in our nightcap, initially scheduled for 5 p.m. Unless we get 2 sets done in the next 20 minutes, that's not happening. And the backboard plays tricks on Juniata, but somehow in the end it helps them. Dale, it's rejected! Hoffman, right place, right time, sends it screaming back at Dale. Point Juniata. And that will make it 9-5 in favor of the Eagles. It has been a block party today for Juniata. A lot of blocks for the Eagles. That has been the bread and butter. Tipped over by Suzuki. Kept alive by Robbins. And here comes the attack. It slips through. Suzuki couldn't get a good enough look. Make it 10-5, Juniata. And as I said earlier, you save your timeouts. Maybe if it gets a little bit worse, maybe 12-5. If I'm Aurora, you use a timeout there. You can't let this set escape you. Robbins delivers, and it's an ace! Perfect placement by Chase Robbins! And there's the timeout. That is the right decision. A massive ace by Chase Robbins, and that forces the hand of Coach Ames of Aurora. Juniata, they took the opening set personally. They take home a late victory in set number 2, and in set number 3, it is all Eagles, 11-5 through 16 serves. Juniata on top, and there it is. Aurora calling to the closed bleachers once again. That is what their bench needs to do. Let's see if the guys in blue on the floor can, but no, it's another ace. 2 in a row for Chase Robbins. He goes shallow and wins the day. A massive ace, make it 12-5. Juniata, if they can keep this up, then man, oh man, that first set is exactly what they needed. This time it is fielded cleanly by Carroll. Over to Dale, and he is able to return. Juniata, their offense will go for the first time in a little bit, as it is Armando delivering. McClellan able to sneak it over. Still a chance. Armando rejected by Dale. Solomon Dale, he gets his bench to erupt. That makes it 12-6. As for the first time in this match, we will see S.J. Nelson along with his substitution partner Luke Dwyer. Dwyer had 2 massive aces back in match number 1 that helped Aurora get the victory. Dwyer getting set. Will deliver. He tries going shallow, not enough shallow. It's Armando getting it over and getting the kill. Armando, he had the right idea in mind and got it on the skim. 13-6 your score. Armando getting ready, and he will send it over. He goes shallow, McClellan keeps it alive. Back to Nelson, and Nelson gets it over. A chance for the Eagles offense. Dwyer tries keeping it alive, and it's sent back into play, but no, it's from the bench. I love how Nathan Anderson over on the sideline, he sent it back into play and turned around like he didn't do it. That is what you want to see. These guys are having fun. And also Nathan Anderson, that's a nice first name. Kind of a fan of it myself. That hit a little bit too rich. The point goes to Aurora. 14-7 your score. It is Connor Carroll, the lefty, our player of the game from game number 1, delivering it. The Eagles sneak it through. Carroll to the front line. Dwyer up to McClellan. It's rejected. Another block for Juniata. What a job by the Eagles. Make it now 15-7. The Eagles, they are playing their best. It's Hoffman getting ready, and he will send it over. A great dig by Nanoff. It's a scramble now in Juniata territory as they deliver, but too much on the spinning attempt. The point goes to Aurora. And now adding to the list of celebrations from the bench, it's a swing and a drive home run from Aurora's bench. I hope someone at home has kept a count of how many different things that they have done, because I would like to see just how creative they are. And speaking of creativity, a perfectly set up play for Juniata as Goldsboro gets the kill. Now 16-8, Juniata running away with set number 3. Anything more than a 3-point victory, this would be our biggest set margin victory. And the point there will go to the Eagles, make it 17-8 now. A 9-point advantage, the biggest lead for anyone at all today in this tri-match as the Eagles deliver. And it's an ace! Their third of the set! Make it 18-8, and we should see a timeout called here. Yes, we do. Aurora uses their second timeout. What a job by Juniata. They lead by 10. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast. Juniata controlling set number 3, up by 10. 18-8 is your score, and we are back underway. Is it another ace? Yes, it is! Perfectly sniped, perfect precision. The Eagles continue to fly. It is Grant Lorelli. What a job by Juniata. We've had so many close sets. They've had enough. and they are dominating that serve. A little bit too shallow, but as I mentioned for Dwyer last time, after a similar thing happened, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And we'll see Dwyer along with Nelson checking out for Aurora. And on a serve, I believe this is a new face that we haven't seen. It's Veskova. Veskova, wearing number 11, will send it over for the Spartans. The set and spike combo, it has been deadly, and on the tip, the point goes to the Eagles. They are in the 20s. Aurora still in single digits. But Juniata, they took the task to heart. Get this one done quick. They want their chance at Mount Union. They want to be fresh for it. And right now, they are doing a great job of getting there. And there's a good response by Aurora. They are down, but definitely not out. That is Martin McKee with the put down. So now 20-10 your score. Still a lot of work to do. But Aurora, they are not necessarily out of this frame. McClellan delivering. The set and spike. It's there for Juniata. Miller puts it down with force. Yet another great play by these Eagles. They have been able to do a lot of good this evening. Can they keep it going here? McClellan, set up by Veskova, tipped over by McClellan, kept alive. It was going out, but the point will go to Aurora. The Spartans definitely will take that. They still trail by 10. They need a lot of points in a row, at least 5 here. Cut it to a 5-point ball game, and then maybe they have an avenue back in. McKee delivering. The set and spike, it's there once again. It's Luke Hoffman. Hoffman has been everywhere. A lot of blocks, and why not an extra kill to add on top. Juniata doubling the output of Aurora. Amid the cries of Aurora's bench, it's a shallow serve. It's a scramble on the back line. It is down. The point goes to the Eagles. And now it's a freestyle party of jump rope and checking the door for the Eagle bench. And now wheels on the bus going around and around. That's the new song of choice for the Aurora bench as we are back underway with the serve from Juniata. A point here enables a Juniata set point, and we get there! Luke Hoffman on the run! Hoffman, right place, right time, no one near him. It is set point in favor of Juniata. This could seal it. It's Chase Robbins back deep for the Eagles. This to make it 2-1 overall. Robbins deals. Trying to go shallow. Carroll at the net. It's a light tap over into no man's land. It's a collision, still alive. Armando rejected, but out of play. And Juniata will win it. Juan Armando gets the last point, and after having no set decided by more than 3 points, Juniata says we will put an end to that and wins it by 14, 25-11. The number 7 team in the country sure playing like it. 2-1, Juniata leads through 3. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast. Set number 4 about to get underway here at the MAC on the campus of the University of Mount Union. It's Juniata up 2-1 overall as they dominate, taking down Aurora 25-11 in set number 3. Our biggest victory in a set today in this tri-match as we are underway for what could be the final set of match number 2. Armando, he ended set number 3. He plays it forward, lined up perfectly, and it slips through some fingers. An excellent point earned by Goldsboro. And for those tuning in, hoping to support Mount Union in 3 minutes, while you can support them at all times, the team will not be playing in 3 minutes. They will be delayed. Right now, maybe 6 o'clock start time, bringing it up from 6:30. But that's when I anticipate us starting match number 3. And Juniata, they continue their dominance. Now a 2-0 lead in set number 4. If in between matches works exactly like it did between 1 and 2, there will be a 40-minute warm-up time period, and then we will work from there. It looks like a lot of the players who were in the stands have now gone to warm up elsewhere, so they are starting to get ready. They could make it a lesser warm-up period depending on timing as Juniata takes the 3rd point in a row. We will keep you updated as always. Once I know officially, I will come back on the air after this game is over and announce it. I will say what's on the board, and I'm sure you can as well check the athletic pages for updates if you so desire. Pushed over to the left side, and what a kill! It's Tyler Goldsboro on the outside. Power. That is what Juniata has. Credit to Aurora. They take home the victory in set number 1, 25-22. Keep it tight in number 2. But number 3, dominates by Juniata. They have found their swagger, and their swagger has them up by 4. It's 4 unanswered in this frame, and even more going back to the last. But it will end here. A missed time jump, and that will make it 4-1. But still, a lot of action left in this one. Stay tuned for our finale as Mount Union takes on Juniata. Brower getting ready. He will deliver. Robbins forward. He has been tremendous so far. Hit over by Goldsboro. They want the tip, and the point goes to Aurora. No tip called. And it looks like Lorelli will go and appeal, and it will stay with Aurora. But credit to both sides, especially the players that have had to go over to the official. They're respectful. You don't see them flailing arms or doing anything out of the ordinary. They go, they ask, they say thank you, and they are done. A heavy hit by Juniata as that is Nanoff getting hit in the face. The point goes to Juniata, but that doesn't matter. All concern right now is for Alex Nanoff, who appears to be okay. But he did get hit pretty hard. He is smiling, but I think per precaution, he will have to sub out. But either way, we will let the situation play out and step aside for a second. Back on here at Mount Union, and it appears we do have a yellow card given. I think it is to Juniata. Either way, 5-2 the score. It appears Nanoff is okay, and there he is celebrating as that ball does not get over the nets. Glad to see that he is okay. A scary situation anytime that a player gets hit in the face, but these volleyball players, they are tough as nails. They are very tough athletes, and they have my utmost respect. It is not easy going out there and potentially being hit like that every game, and they do it anyway for the love of the sport. And on the tip, the point will go to Juniata. The Eagles, I think they will have a lot more rotation as they know a game still awaits them. But right now, if you are Mount Union, as Jack McClure is walking his way over to the scorer's table, they have a lot of takeaways, but they have to look at set number 3, see what happened, and avoid it. And there is McClellan getting the point for Aurora. It looks like set number 4 might be a lot closer and a more attuned with the openers. Still a tight one here. Anything really can happen, but Aurora, they need a lot to go their way in the final, how many ever serves there are left in this ball game. A good run, it's Carroll on the tip, kept alive, what a dig, that's the libero Burden, tipped out, and the point will go to Juniata. Jeremiah Burden, the libero, keeps it alive, and his teammates pick him up and do the rest. To have a teammate that talented, to then make the job of everyone else that much easier, that is a gift that Juniata has. Jeremiah Burden, credit to him. Carroll to the front line, Dwyer tips it over to Suzuki. Now it's Armando sneaking it through for the points. 8-4 the score in set number 4. Goldsboro getting ready to serve. And he will deliver with force. A strike to Nunoff. Dale delivering crossbody, kept alive by Lorelli. Armando lined up and gets it. Armando gets it right at the outstretched hands of Nunoff. Another precision power play, as it looks like we will have a timeout called here by Aurora. 9-4 the score in what could be the final set of match number 2. Still have one more match left to go tonight as Mount Union will take on Juniata. Following this one, give or take 40 minutes afterwards, we will step aside. 9-4, it is the Eagles on top in set number 4. For the number 7 team ranked in the country, Juniata on top over number 14 Aurora. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast as we are back underway after the timeout. It is McClellan getting the kill for Aurora. Aurora, for those of you just joining us, getting the 3-1 victory over Mount Union earlier on today in match number 1. And since then, we have had a lot of close volleyball and then one outlier set, 25-11 in set number 3 just gone by. Sent over by Kerwin of Aurora. It's Armando, and Armando gets the kill. Juan Armando coming alive down the stretch of this one. Juan has definitely improved as this match has gone on. He was unlucky on a couple of plays, but now he has found his footing. And that is a dangerous thing for Mount Union to see heading into their match. Dwyer setting it up, tipped over lightly, but dealt with by Juniata. It's Armando again, rejected, but still alive. The return is out of play. The point will go to Aurora. Knowing when to attack the loose ball or leave it, that is a tough skill to master. But Aurora, they've done a nice job of that today. A couple of risky calls right on the line. But it has worked out for the most part today, just like it does there for Juniata. That makes it 11-6. And over to our right, Mount Union, they are warming up for match number 3 of the day. Their second overall, as they will conclude the tri-match with a battle with Juniata. Rejected but out of play. McClellan will take the point for the Spartans. But that game will be an interesting one to watch, as Mount Union, they were in every set, only lost by 3 or less in every single set. And the one they won, it was another tight affair, but they did everything right. And it was just down the stretch, something didn't click. And now that they have time, and now that they have been able to watch this Juniata game and see how the Eagles play, and really how the first set went for Aurora, I think they're feeling pretty decent about their chances. And they have a good case to do so. This is going to be another great battle. Armando skies, it hangs up in the rafters. How many different times did it connect? A good 5 or 6 ricochets. Either way, it's out of play, and the point will go to Aurora. An unorthodox way to take the point, but either way, a point's a point. Dwyer getting ready to send it over. And he will deliver. Burden to the front line, setting up Hoffman, and Hoffman gets the kill. Luke Hoffman and Chase Robbins, 2 of the best players in Division III. They have been on fire and doing almost unhuman abilities today. Just their ability on this court has been tremendous. And there's an ace for Hoffman. He does it again. Hoffman and Robbins, they are unstoppable. I don't know how that these two were allowed to be on the same team. Them together, it is dangerous. And it gets even more dangerous the more this game goes on. And there's a good response in the middle by Aurora. That is number 20, Omar Brzovic. Brzovic has had a couple of nice plays this afternoon, as we will see Juniata sub out Luke Hoffman. Sent over by McClellan, but out of play. The point goes to Juniata. And that gets them another step closer to victory in this one. 15-9 the score. Sent over now by Lorelli. It's Dale delivering. Now up to the front line. The crossbody hit is out of play. The point goes to Aurora, and they will enter double figures. But Aurora, they will still make some changes, and they still try and catch this very talented Juniata team off guard. It is difficult to do so, but not impossible. Once again, for those of you just joining us, this is match number 2 of the tri-match. 15-10 the score in set number 4. Approximately 40 minutes after this one, we will have the next match, as that is a great block, Connor Carroll. Carroll puts it down immediately. Now a 4-point set. So potentially in the ballpark of 6 o'clock right now for the start time of the Mount Union game. This one sails out of play behind the back line. The point goes back to Juniata. And we will see another change as Nanoff subs in for the men in blue. Sent over, but right into the antenna and low. That is Goldsboro, and now a 4-point set is on hand. A great response, though, by Aurora. They were counted out in this frame. We saw how the last set went, 25-11, not at all ideal. But for them to put more points on the board this time and in a lot less time, and for them to really regroup, that is a sign of progress and a great little emphasizer of what this team can do. While they might not win this match, they might not even win this set. They can still compete against almost anybody in NCAA at the Division III level. 17-12 the score, a shallow serve by Perhamus. And the point will go to Juniata. A continuous excellent game by Juniata. So many great aspects of their game. Their offense has been on point. Their defense, stellar. So many great players. This has been a fun game to watch as we do have a timeout called. This is what you expect to see when you have two of the best teams in the country in Division III go at it. An even match, a great battle, and an overall impressive performance by pretty much every player who has stepped on the floor. An excellent game, an excellent match, but still a lot of unsettled business. 18-12 your score in set number 4. Juniata in the driver's seat. Juniata in the driver's seat, up 18-12 over Aurora. This is the 2025 Mount Union Men's Volleyball Tri-Match on Mount Union Boxcast. Our first play out of the break is a kill. Sebastian Suzuki gets in the right place at the right time and puts it down. Suzuki has been tremendous so far today. This will be the final game that he plays of the afternoon along with Aurora. But even if this is a loss, they have a lot to be proud of heading back home. An excellent block by Dwyer. It goes to the far side. Robbins can't get it to go. It is now a 4-point set. Still a chance we see set number 5 in this one. And that would be intriguing just given the way this match started. And a big put down in the middle. That is Luke Hoffman. Makes it 19-14. But Juniata, they do not want to go to a 5th set. That would drain them even more for this final match. Because they still have to play another game after this. You play a top 25 team in the country, and then you have to go and play the hosts of this competition. It's not an easy back-to-back date with Destiny. Carroll puts it down. An excellent snipe in the back line. Connor Carroll, right place, right time. And that makes it a 5-point ball game. Or excuse me, a 4-point ball game. But Aurora, they need a point here. They need to keep it rolling. They can't keep this a 5-4, 5-4, 5-4-3 battle. They need to take control while they can. If Juniata hits 22 before they're in the 20s, they're probably going to win this set. That is just how they play, and that's a big put down by the Eagles. In the middle, that is number 6, Grant Lorelli, and that takes them into the 20s. No more timeouts left on the board for Aurora, but still 2 timeouts left for Juniata, and it looks like as of right now, they will save them unless this one gets a lot closer as Armando delivers the serve. Dwyer up to McClellan, and McClellan gets the kill. Juniata is keeping Aurora an arm's length away, and that is exactly what they have to do. I would say even get more emphasis on the net battle. If you lose in the back line, you lose in the back line. But if you can get a couple of blocks, that will end momentum quick. And play at the net, that will help. They play at the net this time. And it goes to Juniata. That is why you play at the net. A big decision there. It was a tight one to get that aggressive, but it's the right call. You make that play. Now it's 21-16 opposed to 2017. Be aggressive to an extent if you are Juniata. If you are Aurora, the bets are off. You be aggressive. And that is aggressive right there. They get the point on the ricochet. Got a Solomon Dale who has done a nice job today. Didn't play in match number 1, but match number 2. He has been on point as he started in place of Connor Carroll, who has played down the stretch. Here comes a serve from Hoffman. 22-16 your score. Dwyer setting it. It's a spike from McClellan. Gently pushed forward. It's a battle off the net. Miscommunication. It's out of play. The point goes to Aurora. Back to a 5-point set. Once again, Aurora, they need a lot. As I said, if they don't get into the 20s before Juniata hits 22, it would take a lot for them to win. Not impossible, but they need a lot right now, and it starts here with McClellan. Good delivery to Armando. Set up, it's Robbins. It is skied, but kept in play. Carroll able to get it back to his libero, Nanoff, who initially hit it over there. And it's a big block. That's Dale, but it's still in play for Juniata. Robbins delivers. Almost a big miscue inside. It slips over. The pancake keeps it alive. And Robbins pushes it over, but it's too shy. The point goes to Aurora. Another longer sequence. A big play made. But still, time is left for Aurora to force a 5th set. What a match so far. McClellan delivering a rocket to Armando. It's set up perfectly, and it slips through. 23-18 the score. Juniata, they feel really close now. Can they seal the deal? 2 more points, and Juniata gets another top 25 victory. It is sent over a rocket. McClellan keeps it alive. Gets it on the overlapping run. Kept alive in the front line. And here comes the offense. It's out of play. Back to a 4-point game. And the possession will switch over to the blue side of the floor. 23-19. A great back and forth affair. But the comeback might be a little bit too much to handle for Aurora. They fought well, but is there enough time for them to do the unthinkable here? Wojtrowski setting it up, and he will launch. Armando digs to the front line, set up. Dwyer keeping it alive. McClellan forward. It's Dale. Armando forward. Another chance. It's Robbins. He goes shy. Dwyer keeps it alive. It goes back. Dale goes again off the net. And it's kept alive by Armando, but not for long. Armando had the pancake, but not enough time. It's a 3-point ball game. Timeout called. Aurora, they are battling back in. Not much time left. Only 1 more point to give. But they are going to give it their all. 23-20 your score in set number 4. It's Juniata on top, 2-1 overall. 23-20 the score in set number 4. Aurora with possession, down by 3. They need some points in quick order here. And the serve, it goes out of play. Robbins hits the deck. And now Juniata is at match point. We need a big swing for a survival of Aurora. But Juniata, they are ready. They are ready to cruise into the final match of the triple header as they send it over. Dwyer lining it up, pushed over, and it's kept alive. That is Lorelli. Robbins to end it. It skims over. McClellan keeps it alive. Dwyer up to Carroll. Carroll gets it through. Still in play. Armando tries his hand. Kept alive by Nonoff. And it's put down in Juniata territory. We play on. Aurora not done quite yet. And it looks like they will go out on their own terms. And that is how they want to be. They will bring on Nathan Kerwin, the freshman. It's a big opportunity for him. He needs to keep this one in play. No margin for error as he delivers. Armando forward to the net. It's Robbins, and Robbins ends it. Chase Robbins gets yet another kill. That will be his 10th, and it calls game. Final of set 4, 25-21. And Juniata, ranked 7th in the nation, takes down number 14 Aurora 3-1 in 4 sets. That is not it for our coverage today. We have one more game upcoming as Juniata takes on the Mount Union Purple Raiders. That game anticipated right now to start at around 6 p.m. But we will see officially once we have a timer put on the clock for warm-ups. Mount Union, they have been warming up off to the side. They could opt for less time on the clock for warm-ups. I think they have to do the 40, so we will see what they decide to do. But in the meantime, your player of the game, I'm going to give it to Chase Robbins. So many great plays this evening. Robbins was everywhere on the floor, and a special mention goes to Luke Hoffman. He was excellent. He did everything that he needed to do, and that tandem of 14 and 20, they were fun to watch in this one. And there you go. You see Aurora give a clap off to their fans, and also they give a wave to the fans watching at home. A couple of big super fans made their way over to Alliance. Shout out to them. And also a special word of welcome and thank you to the Aurora fans who were with us all afternoon as they won the first game against Mount Union but dropped the second against a very good Juniata team. Aurora fans, you have a great bunch, a fun bunch, and a happy-go-lucky group, especially that bench. They were fun to watch, and they were able to keep us energized. The 40-minute timer has started. That puts the next game starting at 6:04 p.m., so be on the stream at around 6 p.m., and that will get us underway for the final match of our triple header. This has been Juniata versus Aurora Men's Volleyball Live on Mount Union Boxcast. I have been Nathan Smith. Thank you for spending this part of your Saturday afternoon with us, and if you are joining us for the last game, we will see you in 40 minutes.